Hey there, Michael Quan here, author of The FIRE Planner and the founder of FinanciallyAlert.com. I'm so excited to share with you this book, The FIRE Planner, because it's a book that can literally change your life. FIRE is something that can be accessible to you and anyone. However, a lot of times society tells us it can't be done, and I'm here to tell you they're wrong. FIRE stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. And so what that means essentially is financial independence is a place where you have built up enough assets and you have enough passive income from those assets to essentially cover your expenses, and you no longer have to work for money. Now, of course, the second part, retire early, means that you can retire at any point because you're no longer having to work for money. And so then you can go on your merry way, you can do whatever your heart desires, you can pursue passions, be present with your family, have the relationships that you've always wanted, and create a business if you want to. I personally believe that once we remove money from the equation of a necessity in our lives and it's taken care of, I believe that's where the fun begins. I think that's the place where we get the most passion and drive to create impact in this world. So I'm so passionate about helping you to figure this out because our schools don't teach financial literacy, our schools don't teach us about financial freedom, and society tells us to spend, 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 and just place everything on credit cards. Well, I'm here to tell you there's another way to do it. And there's a way to do it in the reverse. What I mean by that is instead of collecting debt, we start collecting assets. We start using assets to fund our fun things. And I'm not saying not to buy things. I think things are kind of cool and sometimes they're fun. Now, we don't want to get too caught up in them, but sometimes we like to go out and have a nice dinner. We like to have some nice things. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. However, I want you to buy an asset so that asset can pay for those fun things. And then beyond that, of course, money can do so much more as a tool. It can really change your life and allow you that freedom that you've always wanted. So again, the FIRE Planner is going to really take you through how I personally was able to retire early from a 9-to-5 career at age 36. Now, it's not because I was so smart and brilliant, but it's because I was dedicated and I found other people that had done it before me. And I studied what they did, I studied what they thought, and I started to model them. And so this book, The FIRE Planner, is a culmination of all of that. Plus, I take little snapshots from other individual people who have achieved financial independence and retired early in different areas and in different ways because we're all different. And so it's great to see different perspectives. It's great to see different flavors of FIRE. There's different actually types of FIRE that we'll talk about in the book. And the book really gives you this 30,000 overview of what this concept is. Even if you don't have any clue, what money is, personal finance, it really gives you that overview. And then you can drill down deep if you want to get really specific in what you're interested in learning about. But in order to first get started, you kind of need to know what you're getting into. And there are some, I would say tricks and strategies that you can use along the way to really accelerate yourself there. One of the best things I think about the book is I talk about 3 FIRE accelerators. Now, the first FIRE accelerator is saving and investing. And I'm not just talking about saving and investing 5, 10%. I'm talking about saving and investing upwards of 50% of your household income. And I know for a lot of you that might seem pretty extreme. You're like, I can barely save what I have currently, let alone I'm still going into debt. But I'm here to tell you, if you create specific strategies, if you adjust some of your mindset, you can change those habits and start stacking slowly. Maybe you start putting away 1%, and then the next year it's 2%, next year's 5, 10, and you start stacking. You start figuring out how to build income and create more income. And guess what? If you have more income, I'm going to tell you flat out, it's easier to save a larger piece of it. So as you're earning more money, you can start saving more as well. So we're going to be talking also about how to create more income. In the book, I talk about things like entrepreneurship. You may be working in a corporate job or for some organization. How can you figure out different ways to create more value for that company and then ultimately create more bonuses? Or maybe you want to go out and you want to go to the second FIRE accelerator. The second FIRE accelerator is real estate investing. Now, real estate investing is really something that's near and dear to my heart because I believe it's one of the quickest and fastest ways to build wealth and passive income. Now, with that said, there's some legwork that has to go into it, and you have to really understand the numbers. And there's lots of jargon. I'm not going to lie. There's lots of knowledge that you want to be able to pick up And then once you've got the baseline in place, you want to take action. And so I'm going to show you different strategies that different people have taken, strategies that I've used personally to take and create passive income in my own life, and then really use that as fuel to obviously increase savings and investing, create passive streams of income, ultimately so that you can do that retirement early or at least be retirement eligible. Finally, the third FIRE accelerator is all about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is something that is so accessible to us here and now in the days of technology. I love it because you can literally go online and start a business tomorrow. Now, of course, there's more competition. However, there's always going to be a market. And literally, the entire world can be your market nowadays. And that's incredible. That's billions of people. Now, there's different ways and different strategies of going about it. And again, I share in the book different people, how they've been able to achieve great success using entrepreneurship. And for myself, I started an IT business in my mid-20s, and we grew that over this course of 10 years. And that was a really fantastic vehicle to help me to build some equity and then ultimately use that equity to put into real estate. But again, I'm sharing these 3 FIRE accelerators with you in the book because they're so important. Once we realize that we can do more and we can have more, then we get excited and we start taking the action that's required. But you first have to start with the belief. If you don't believe that it's possible, you're never going to start. But I'm here to tell you it's possible. So thanks again. I'm so excited for you to check out the FIRE Planner. I know you're going to love it. And if you do, please go ahead on Amazon and leave me a review. I'd really love that. That really gives me that feedback that I'm looking for and helps other people to find the book as well. With that said, my name is Michael Quan, financiallyalert.com, author of the FIRE Planner. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you soon.